Netflix celebrates the debut of Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, as the film is completely obliterated by critics. This story comes to us from Josh Berger over at Bounding Into Comics. The first entry in the Rebel Moon series, Zack Snyder's two-part cinematic project produced by Netflix, has been out for just about a week, and the streaming giant has revealed that the film has had quite the cinematic debut, all while being completely obliterated by critics and audiences alike. Netflix announced this Tuesday that Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, had managed to generate up to 23.9 million views worldwide in 3 days after its official debut on the night of the 21st of December, becoming the most viewed film of the week. Snyder, who is credited as both the writer and director of the project, addressed the news in a statement declaring, quote, "It's been a truly unparalleled experience introducing Rebel Moon to global audiences, and I'm thrilled that the movie is #1 around the world," unquote. He goes on, though, and he says, "We have the most dedicated and loyal fans across the world that any filmmaker could ask for, and seeing them consistently be supportive has been an enormously rewarding experience." From Zack Snyder. According to Netflix's own Top 10 of the Week report, the second most viewed title of the week was the Obama-produced Leave the World Behind apocalyptic thriller starring Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke, which garnered 19.7 million views in 7 days after its debut, followed by Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget, at 14.9 million views. While the number of views Rebel Moon has been getting since the release is a reason to celebrate for Netflix, it is the film's reception with audiences and critics that should raise some concerns, since the scores for Snyder's science fantasy epic have been abysmal across the board. One review aggregator site, Metacritic, says Rebel Moon got a very disapproving score of 32 out of 100 based on reviews provided by 38 approved critics. With one positive review, 3%, 21 mixed reviews at 55%, and 16 negative reviews, making up 42% of what was provided. The reception was slightly more favorable among users who gave the film mixed to average ratings that translate to 5.8 out of 10 based on the scores of 426 users. That's right. And here we have it. We have a screenshot here showing where it's at and how it's doing over there on Metacritic. Things weren't looking any better on Rotten Tomatoes, where the film is certified rotten with an abysmal score of 25% based on 144 reviews. The audience score for Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, fared slightly better, scoring a 63% based on ratings of over 5,000 users. We have quite a split here. Look at that. That's usually when you have like a paid, that usually goes the other way, right? When they pay the critics to say nice things. This is interesting. I'm not sure what to make of it. An extended cut of Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, has already been confirmed, with Snyder revealing that his cut of the film is R-rated and a full hour longer. A full hour! A full hour longer than the original version, further explaining, quote, "It's not just slightly different or a little bit more. There are big chunks of the movie that are different. Well, I would hope so if you have an extra hour to throw into it." Furthermore, this Monday, Netflix released a teaser trailer for the film's sequel, Rebel Moon Part 2, the Scaregiver, must be Scaregiver, which is expected to release worldwide on the 19th of April in 2024. Just last month, chairman of Netflix Film, Scott Stuber, admitted that the company had not been focusing on quality, but on quantity, promising that changes would be made moving forward. He said, quote, "We were growing a new studio. We'd only been doing this for a few years, and we were up against 100-year-old companies. 100-year-old companies. So you have to ask yourself, what is your business model? And for a while, it was just making sure that we had enough. We needed volume, Stuber told Variety at the time. Whoa. Yeah, that's a lot of content right there. I forgot about that. Thunder Force, huh? Albeit without naming them, Stuber would go on to allude to studios such as Walt Disney Company, Warner Brothers Discovery, and Paramount as the reason Netflix favored focusing on quantity over quality, declaring, quote, "It was clear that these companies were about to take back their own movies and keep them in their own ecosystems." And we saw this with Disney Plus. However, Stuber goes on and says this, quote, we had to go all over the world buying as much as we could to make sure that we had volume our customers were used to seeing. Right now, we're not trying to hit a set number of film releases. It's just all about let's make what we believe in. Right, what we believe in. Stuber then asserted, quote, and let's actually put forth a slate that we can stand behind and say, this is the best version of a romantic comedy. This is the best version of a thriller. This is the best version of a drama. We are a machine that was built to go, go, go. And that doesn't always result in quality. A lot of streaming companies made the mistake of moving so fast that we made a lot of things that weren't ready to be produced. That's right. So he's admitting that they moved a little too quickly on a lot of their projects, and he says, "I want to avoid that." And that's where you have it. That's where you have it. Things are a mess, up, down, left, and right for Rebel Moon, and we'll have to tune in to find out if Part 2 seems to clear that up at all. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below, and if you'd like to read this full article and leave your comment over on the article on the website, feel free to check for the link in the description. We'll see you in the next one, and make sure to hit like and subscribe so you can follow along with us.